Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be making some beautiful tulip flowers that can sit in a vase. And I thought since May is coming up and Mother's Day is right around the corner, and for the people that celebrate it, this would be the perfect project. So the first thing I have is my wire. This is a thicker wire. And I just want to cut this off. And then I have my clay rolled out to my number 4 on my pasta machine. So that's right around the middle section. When you look at a tulip stem, they are pretty thick. So I want to make sure that I have my stem a little bit thicker than I normally would. So first I want to take my wire, and then I am going to actually kind of loop it down just like that, okay? That way, it'll have something to connect to later. I am also going to leave about that much of my wire sticking up to put into my flower. So let me kind of get this laying the best that I can flat-wise. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of cut that off. And then I am going to start pulling this over. And the wire will just give us some stability into our piece. And then we could kind of bend it also to put it into the vase any way that we wish. So you see I'm just kind of rolling it over. And then I'm going to put this over a little bit tighter. And I want to make sure that I have that on there pretty good. Let's start kind of crunching it together here. This is going to be a real easy one here. Anytime that I do like a flower, I like to try to keep it as easy as I can. I'm not as talented as some of the other ones, like the other artists where they're really, really good at flowers. I'm just okay. I wouldn't even call myself good at creating them, to be quite honest. All right, so that's what we have so far. And I can feel that my wire ends right there. So I'm actually going to cut that off and then just get right at the tip of that wire. I don't want the wire sticking out, but I don't want all this extra there because there's no point for that. All right, so now we have our stem area done. Next, I'm going to run this through my pasta machine one more time. And I'm going to roll it out wider so I can get 2 leaves out of this. All right, now I have my mold here. This is just a leaf mold. I'm going to lay those in there. And then I'm going to press this in and get some nice texture on here. And I am actually just going to cut my own leaf. So there's one. And I'm going to cut another one. I haven't decided if I want 2 on there yet, but I'm going to do one more here. Okay, so put those off to the side. This tulip, I am going to do purple. I'm actually going to make this for my daughter. Her favorite color is purple. So that's what I am going to do. So I'm going to run this through my pasta machine as well and get this nice and conditioned. And then I'm going to do the same thing with a little bit of white. So I just have my scrap white here. So let me run these through quick. Okay. So now this is rolled out to my 4th thinnest setting. And I am just going to put them together like that. And then layer them up. And once again, as I always say, nothing has to be perfect with this project. I'm always about making things as easy as possible. All right. So now I'm just going to make sure these are stuck together, and then I'm going to run this through my pasta machine. I'm going to blend it, and I am actually going to go down like this and get a nice blend. Okay, so that is my blended piece here. I'm not concerned about the very bottom because I'm not even going to be using that. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to get my cutter, and this is a little tulip cutter. I got this years ago. Truthfully, guys, I don't know where I got it, but you could use just a like little raindrop cutter as well. You can see I'm getting the darker one for the darker part for the top. Next, I'm going to take a small bit of this, and I am going to make the inside of my tulip. So just make a ball, and then take your hand and go like that so you get kind of like a little cone. Just like that. And we just want to make sure it's not too big. I think it is a little big. So I'm going to cut some of that off because I don't want it that wide. I'm going to take my wire and carefully push it in there. Hold on, I need to open this up a little bit. I don't want to bend my wire yet. And you can see I'm kind of bending it at this point. So I'm going to carefully slip it in there. I want to make this a little bit skinnier. I need my flat ones. I need a piece of shit. There you go. Okay, so I closed it. So I'm going to stick it in there, and then I will press this and make sure that is on there securely. You want to make sure that clay is right on that metal piece. And then bring that up. So you'll end up with a piece that looks like that. And then let's just make this a little pointier. There we go. I'm going to take all my petals, and then I am going to mark them all up. And you'll get a beautiful petal that looks like that. Okay, so first thing we are going to do is start putting our petals on. So I want to come up a little bit higher than the actual like middle part here. So about right there. So you see how much I'm leaving there? That's about where I want it to go. And I'm going to leave one side open. And the part that is more textured will be the part that's on the bottom. So you want to make sure that is what is on the outside, because then your flower will show more detail and it'll be much, much prettier. Let's go about right there. And the first row I feel like is always a little bit harder than the rest of the piece. So now you'll have 3 just like this. Now I'm going to kind of just gently push them together. Make sure that's on there nicely. And then I will start building up in between each one of these openings, okay? And then once again, carefully. And this time I'm going to add 4 and go down a little bit lower. And we could keep adding, which I'm going to do. I'm going to add a few more here. Okay, so now I'm going to run this through my pasta machine. Okay, so I got that rolled out. And I'm going to add some more. I really want this to be a nice full piece, so that's why I'm going to add more. And if you want your flowers to be really dark on the top, then just add more dark clay. One more right there. Okay. So this is about as full as I want my piece to be. So I am going to carefully start closing up my bottom here. And you have to make sure that you're doing this carefully so you're not mushing your actual like piece. So now, where's my thing here? Right here. I'm going to carefully lay this down, sit this down, and then I'm just going to kind of finish marking it up where I mushed it a bit. But I'm not going to put too deep in there, just a little bit. Okay. And then I am going to start opening some of these up. I'm going to open up these lower ones here. Because we got to make sure that they're not going to all stick together. Because some of them want to stick. I'm going to open this up just a little bit. Kind of bend them down. Let's go around. Maybe we'll put these ones in more. I'm going to do a loose tulip. It almost looks like a carnation. Maybe I should call this a carnation. All right, so that's how I want my flower to be. So it looks like it's just starting to open. Now I'm going to take my leaves And this side, I think it looks better. So now I am going to carefully start wrapping part of that right around. And I'm just going to blend it once it's laying down, so it looks like it's connected to my stem, because you don't want it looking like it's separated. And then do one more down here. About right there. And then connect that. All right, so now I'm going to put this in my oven, 275 for a half hour, and I'm going to lay these exactly how I want my leaves to lay, okay? So if you have to put something underneath it, like maybe a small cutter, like that, you know, you want to lay it however you want it to completely set, and that way it'll stay that form for you. So I'm going to grab a couple of my cutters, and then I'm going to lay it in my oven the way that I want this to bake. Okay, so that is how I am laying my flower. You can see my leaves are supported by different cutters. The head of my flower is supported so it stays open. Now I will bake this at 275 for a half hour. So here it is. It is completely cooled off. I love this. I really hope that you guys enjoy creating this piece with me. The one thing that I really wanted to show you guys is once it's in the vase, you can leave it standing up like that. You can bend it. You could do a number of different things with this and it will stay in this position. So even if you want to just leave it on the table, you know, and just kind of have it decorated like that, you can. You could put it in the vase like that. You could straighten it. I love having the wire in here and making it flexible. And I really hope that you guys enjoy creating this piece with me. Remember, if you did like it and you did enjoy doing this with me, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. Bye.